Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Society of Middleboro. My name is Linda Thompson. I am a member of this church and have been for eons. And it is my pleasure to be your worship associate this morning. If you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders or move through the day with a song in your heart, we are glad you are here, online or in person. As a Unitarian Universalist, we covenant to learn from another and embrace our many differences with love, curiosity, and respect. Wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome into the life of this beloved community. If you are visiting for the first time and would like to receive our weekly newsletter or learn more about Unitarian Universalism, please fill out a yellow visitor card in the foyer. We will be happy to follow up with you and add you to the mailing list. Everyone is invited to stay after the service for conversation and refreshments in the parish hall located on the first floor. This morning's service is led by our minister, the Reverend Beau Rivers. Please silence your electronic devices as we prepare to enter sacred space.
Good morning, everyone. So this morning's service is a little unusual since my reflection or sermon will be entirely impromptu based on my responses to the questions you ask. And so you'll notice in your order of service there's a little index card there, and there are some pencils in the pews. And you'll have a good portion of the service to think of what you want to ask and write it down, and then after Joys and Sorrows, the ushers will collect your questions, and I'll try to put them in some kind of order for the reflection. When Will and I were preparing this service, I gave him the hymns just like I usually do, and William said, well, what's the fun in that? Let's have them select the hymns too. So we're all in on the fun this morning. I offer these words by Michelle Collins. For the questions that follow us home, the ones that refuse to settle, that sit beside us at night. Not every riddle is meant to be solved. Let us open a space where not knowing is allowed to breathe. Let us rise in body or in spirit for, drum roll.
To rejoice and come.
Yeah!
3, 6, 1.
3, 6, 1.
What a rush.
Really, this is like, we should do this every Sunday.
I ask you to please join me in the unison reading our covenant statement, printed on your bulletin. Creating a caring community is the promise of our church, to listen deeply, show compassion, build trust, and honor our differences. These things we covenant together.
In the spirit of love, we light our chalice. Good morning. This morning's story is Ananse and the Pot of Wisdom, and it's told by, it's an old tale, but Jessica York rewrote it for the UUA. So Ananse is a spider, and Ananse loves to tell stories and knows a lot of information and has a lot of details and things that they like to share. They love to tell stories and that are full of fun, and they're very nosy, so they know a lot of information about a lot of people and a lot of things and a lot of everything, right? So they know almost everything, right? And they want to know more. So Ananse one day decides they want to know everything, and they go to visit the sun god. And they say, hey, would you please give me all the information you can give me? I tell wonderful stories. I do a great job in the community. I am very wise, and I make wonder and fun for everyone. So the sun god says, sure, Ananse, I will put all the wisdom in the world in a pot, and you must share it with everyone. So Ananse promises to do so. Ananse leaves. You can imagine what happens when he gets home, right? All of a sudden, he's looking in the pot, and they're like, whoa, look at all this information. I can see sights I've never seen before. I can hear sounds I've never heard before. This is too good, right? I told you, you know what's going to happen, to give it all away. So Ananse decides, I am going to hide all the things in the pot so no one can find it. So Ananse finds a good tree and starts to climb. Now, mind you, remember, Ananse's a spider, right? 8 legs. Ananse starts climbing the tree, he's holding the pot. They're getting up the tree. They're struggling. Ananse's daughter comes along and says, why don't you tie the pot to your back, and you'll be able to get up on your 8 legs with no trouble. And Ananse, might be able to predict this too, gets really angry because his daughter, who's just a young whippersnapper, just came up with something that he didn't come up with himself. And so he's angry. He's like, what the heck? My little whippersnapper? No, this is unfair because I have all the information. I have all the things. So Ananse drops the pot because he's so angry. And the pot breaks open and all the wisdom goes out into the world and is shared with everyone. Thank you. Any children who would like to come downstairs are welcome to do so.
Each week we take time to share our joys and concerns so all of us might help carry the burden and join in the celebration. If you wish to share a sorrow or joy from your heart, I invite you to come forward, tell us your name, light a candle, and briefly share. And do we have another drawing? Our next hymn will be
123, Spirit of Life.
Oh. Rise in body or in spirit if you wish.
Spirit
it occurs to me in a spirit of uncertainty, this is kind of normalizing uncertainty today. Not knowing what the sermon will be or the next hymn. Trust plays a big part. So if you haven't already done so, please take this time. We're going to have a moment of silence, a little interlude, and then we're going to collect the questions. Take this time to write down your question on the index card in your order of service. And then I'll ask Doreen and, I'm sorry, Gil and, oh my God, blank. Lois, thank you. We'll collect the index cards after the interlude.
Anybody need cards or pencils?
Pencils are in the pews. Should be 8 pencils per pew. Okay. Moment of silence first? Yeah, okay. Well, thank you, everyone. These are wonderful to read. I hope I can do them justice with at least my answers. And if you have your own answer already, maybe we can talk about it during coffee hour. I did see some mischievous glances and grins while you all were writing. So I was a little worried, and I was like, no, just put it out of your mind. This will be good. So a couple people said, why did you decide to study for the ministry? Well, why indeed did I decide to study? Never mind ministry. You're looking at an experiential, spiritual person. And so books have always been anathema to me. And that comes from a blue-collar upbringing, immigrant family, undereducated. The higher value was placed on common sense and being able to take care of yourself in the world by fixing things, inventing things that make life easier. That was the measure of success in my family of origin. So going to grad school was a big deal. Going to seminary as a lesbian was another big deal. I left the church for many wounded reasons, and here I was going back to the institution that wounded me. But they were liberal institutions, no catechisms. We did have to study the Bible. You've heard that story. I came out of undergrad with a psychology degree, and you can't get a job in social work with just an undergrad. So I entered retail just to pay back my student loans and pay for the roof over my head. 15 years later, I'm in retail management, and I went to the 1993 Pride March in Washington, D.C., and came back and decided I didn't have a job anymore because that was considered conduct unbecoming of a store manager, department manager. So from there, I went back to psychology. I studied a little bit of social work classes, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my money, and got some volunteer jobs. And social work was wonderful. It was a great fit. Retail, the bottom line was the mighty dollar, and social work, the bottom line was to treat people with kindness and dignity. And that was a much better fit for me. I'm not drawn to the corporate mindset at all. But after 15 years in social work, I had a spiritual awakening. And suddenly I had, I saw the world in a different light. It wasn't a bad light to start with, but there was no way for me to share the gifts that I had acquired through meditation in social work. It was too small. It was too small. It was too small for the size my heart had grown, and it's real sketchy. You can't do Reiki in social work. You know what I mean? It's more permissible in ministry, and I couldn't believe I was being called to ministry. I couldn't believe it. Took a few years to save the money and to get the courage and to go back. Probably the hardest time of my life because my mother passed away during that time period. So that's why I'm here. And I will say that the first time I stood in front of the pulpit and delivered a sermon, I was like, this is the right size for my heart. I was like, yep, I'm glad I listened. So. Oh, man. What was the most divine experience you've ever had when you felt connected to universal God energy? I don't know if there's ever been one. When I hook up, It's every time is extraordinary. And I know I'm not making it up when I feel gratitude, a depth of gratitude that is so profound. I guess feeling loved to my core and feeling that love just vibrate into every cell of me. But you have to realize you're talking to a person who could meditate for 8 hours a day and be just fine, So I think I could almost better answer the question of a peak experience with other human beings than I can a peak experience that's spiritual. What is a good life? Someone here, I believe it was Deanne, said that the definition of a good life was to create a meaningful life. That was you, yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. I think a good life is one that's guided by love, and that leads me to the next question, which was, what's your favorite hymn and why? Love will guide us. If you're in a process of discernment and you're not feeling love in that process, you can feel confusion and a whole bunch of other stuff, but unless it feels like love is calling you, in my life, then it's a no. But if love's calling you, and I've got all kinds of yeah buts about it, I take the time to work out the yeah buts and to listen to that wisdom. The song in our hymnal that I did not know was a UU song that had a tremendous impact on me in my 20s was How Could Anyone Ever Tell You? And I had a partner who would sing it to me, and I would cry every single time. And she says, I'm just going to keep singing this to you until you stop crying. And eventually I did. It wasn't all in one sitting. It was over the course of... We got to eat now, okay? I'm not crying anymore. Briefly, in your opinion, why is there evil in the world, especially now? Or why is there still good? And a secondary question, who maintains all the beautiful wood in the church? That would be Ross, our sexton. So Thomas Aquinas, one of the theologians and philosophers in Europe, said that evil is not an entity like Satan or the devil, although there are theological perspectives that believe that. The one I subscribe to is evil is the absence of good, and Aquinas is one of the proponents of that. And I like it because it assumes that we are born with goodness. And, you might also ask the question, what is sin? And I believe that sin is whatever clouds the soul. Now, you have to believe in a soul for that to have meaning, but how can we support one another as we cope with life challenges, this community? And, we have programming going on after our church services that I think these sharing circles, whether it's the spiritual enrichment group or any of the other education classes that I may be offering, when we hear other people and their struggles and their joys, we don't feel so alone. And I think community is the answer to that question. Love helps us cope with anything. I had a friend who wanted to help me out with some expensive expense. I was in college and dirt poor, and so was she. And she said, well, I really, if I were working, I could help you more, but I can give you $50. Now, it was thousands of dollars, whatever that expense was. But by her saying that, and I never needed the $50, I knew I wasn't alone, and my head cleared, my emotions calmed, and I was able to choose a path forward. What aspect of being you gives you the greatest sense of joy? It's one of the principles, the inherent worth and dignity of all persons, and it's what drew me into Unitarian Universalism. Ways to embrace uncertainty today. But isn't it true? When you're not alone and life is uncertain, you have each other, and it'll be okay. Whatever happens, we'll get through it. What is most important to me? I think this will be the last one. If I didn't answer your question during the service, and I see you during coffee hour, just pat me on the shoulder and say, hey, this was my question. What are your thoughts? What's most important to me is what's most important to me spiritually, to me personally, is my spiritual life. What's most important to me in the world is justice. Thank you all very much. I just want to offer these words by Michelle Collins to sort of wrap up this exercise. Spirit of life and wonder, we come carrying questions we barely know how to ask. In a world that rewards quick answers and sharp certainty, something in us is still hungry for questions that leave us hanging and unknowing. Stir in us a living curiosity. When we meet what is unfamiliar, turn our fear into wondering. When we feel the pull to shut down, grant us one more honest question. May we notice anew what we have walked past 100 times. May we listen for stories we've never heard before. May we meet this day not as a problem to solve, but as a mystery to explore. And may this help us better know the mystery that is us. May it be so. Each week we have an opportunity to give thanks for the blessings we have received in our lives and in the life of our church community. Our morning offering is a chance to give back in support of the work and outreach of our church. This month's Cash in the Plate will go to 2 organizations, the South Shore Resource and Advocacy Center, which is an organization committed to providing comprehensive services to victims of domestic violence and for the survivors and loved ones of impaired driver crashes and to survivors of homicide. The other organization is the World Central Kitchen, whose mission is to provide food relief and support to communities impacted by natural disasters, humanitarian crises, and climate crisis. They partner with local organizations and chefs to provide fresh and nourishing and culturally sensitive meals. At this time, our morning offering will be given and received. And the next hymn will be
It'll be 305, All the Colors.
305.
This bad boy goes.
Pretty quickly. Nicely done. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves. Live the questions now, and perhaps someday you will live into the answer. May it be so. As we extinguish the flame of this chalice, may each of us carry its light into every day of our lives. Please be sure to check your bulletin for our upcoming events. If you have an announcement that isn't already in the order of service, I invite you to come forward and briefly share. However, Deb and I are going to go first because we have a public service announcement from the Buildings and Grounds Safety Committee. Deb? Oh, not that one. The first one. The first one. And so, what is this, Deb?
This is an AED. So this is a wonderful device that we can use that if you do have a cardiac emergency and your heart does stop, we can put this on you and we can try to jumpstart your heart back before the paramedics come. It's actually super easy to use. These are really great because when you pop them open, they go step by step with an automated voice, and it walks you through CPR.
Oh, wow.
And they're fantastic. So this is
Very
really
cool.
great. So we'll have this. Where are we going to have this?
We are going to have this right at the head of the stairs by the Nickerson Street entrance. And there will be training available for folks who are interested in knowing how to do this in an emergency. Please see Alan after the service if you already know how to use it or if you would like to learn how to use it. And then we have one more. Hit the road, Jack. Introducing every elevator user's new best friend. This is an emergency evac chair. And yes, I have tried it. Alan was my escort down the steps. Was it a harrowing experience, Alan?
For you.
Isn't this cool? You all bought this. These two devices you all bought. And there will be a training on how to use this too. One person can do it, but two, it adds another layer of safety, I think. So again, if you already know how to use it, or if you want to learn how to use it, see Alan after the service. Thank you so much, Deb, AKA Vanna White. All right, what have you got? Come on forward here. We've got the sorry, I gotta get this in place.
Morning. Our book club met a week early this month. Normally it would have been tomorrow. But we have chosen a book for June, which will be the regular third Monday in June meeting time on Zoom. The book we have chosen is nothing like the book we just plowed through. That book was over 600 pages. This one's under 300. And it is, according to the back cover, funny and horrifying, brilliant and riveting. Who should read this book? Every single person in the country. This is called James, and it is based on Huckleberry Finn, if you have not heard of the book before. But it is a bestseller. Millions have been sold. But we're going to dip our feet into the glorious Mississippi raft ride that Huckleberry Finn went on. And I am being forced at my age to reread Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn before I read this because my mind goes to the movie of Tom Sawyer, and I really don't remember the books. But I'm going to read them first and then tackle this version.
Thank you, Linda.
Hi, I'm Mal Marville, and I'm on the parish committee. And the parish committee is looking for a few volunteers who would be interested in working on a team to preserve our church's records. Our steeple room upstairs is packed with materials dating back to the 1800s. We have paper and digital documents and photographs going back decades inside and outside the church. And Dan Hotchkiss has put us in touch with Congregational Library and Archives on Beacon Street in Boston, and they offer a program of virtual webinars for free designed to help churches develop their own stewardship programs to maintain the history, memories, and mission of the church community. In addition to the free webinars, this summer they're offering 5 one-hour Zoom sessions, 2 in June, 2 in July, 1 in August, and they are calling it Summer Camp. And it's there, the sessions are on learning how to organize and preserve our records. And if this sounds like a project that you would be interested in learning more about or participating in, if you would see me or Jeff. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, first the dry stuff.
I'm Sandy, and I'm a member of the social justice team. And one of the things that came across my Facebook was something that was a post from the chairman of the tribal council chairman, Brian Whedon from Mashpee Wampanoag tribe. And it was asking for people to urge their congressional leaders to co-sponsor a reauthorization of a bill. And so I was confused whether it was about anybody doing this or just tribal members. So I contacted the council, I spoke to him, and he would be very happy if people from our congregation and other communities would write to our senators and representatives to co-sponsor. It's called NAHASTA. It's the, anyway, it's a bill to, that has to do with housing assistance and self-determination for tribal communities. And I have a letter that I will have copies of downstairs. If you would like to participate as a good ally to our Indigenous neighbors, see me during coffee hour. And I also will be posting flyers for the BCCR Juneteenth, which will take place June 13th. That will also be the same day as our Middleboro Pride Festival, so get your roller skates on to get to everything. But those will be downstairs. And then most important is, better late than ever, the May birthdays. So a belated happy birthday to Will Smith and Deanne Bonner, who were on, are you also a May birthday? Oh, okay. Thought I missed one. On May 5th, and so be sure to say happy birthday to them. And then coming up on the 21st is Eamon Gunn and our very own tech dude back there, Alan Melchior. And then last but not least, moi, Sandy Smiley, on the 22nd. So happy birthday.
Birthday song!
I'm working with a group in Wareham called Law and Democracy, and our group has working to protect some of the immigrants in our area who are at real risk of being deported. We have a family, and I'm standing up asking for your help, which might be just totally serendipitous. We have a family of 7 who have been evicted from their apartment because they had a 5th child. And that is now too many people per bedroom for the apartment. They've always paid the rent. That's not a problem. The parents both work. Our group has had a terrible, terrible time finding any alternative for this family. And I'm just wondering if anybody in the church has any connections that could help us find a place for this family. We would really appreciate it. I know it's a tough sell, but I thought you never know where opportunity may come along. So thanks. Keep them in mind.
Hi, I'm Jeff Giddings. I'm the president of the church, and I have 3 announcements, which I hope I can remember. The first is, and the most important, is that the annual meeting of the congregation will be held on June 12th. That's a Friday at 7 o'clock right here in this room. This is our one chance in the year. It's an important chance in the year for the whole congregation to weigh in on matters that the whole congregation is affected by. And so we really urge you to come. Everybody is welcome. Only members can vote, but everybody is welcome. The issues that we'll discuss will be listed in a warrant, which will be posted on May 30th. And the main things that have come up will be talking about the budget for the coming year, electing new members of the parish committee for the coming year, and some other things. But that'll all be in the warrant. Now, because to give people a chance to consider, especially the budget, before the annual meeting, we're going to hold a meeting by Zoom before the final warrant is issued. This will be on May 27th, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock by Zoom. And all this information is available on the web and in the updates that everybody on the mailing list receives. So on the 27th, we'll hold a Zoom for questions and concerns about the budget. We'll issue a preliminary budget for next year sometime this week, and give people a week to think about it and come to the meeting on the 27th with questions and concerns and suggestions and whatnot before we finalize that proposed budget and put it to a vote on June 12th. The other announcement then, besides June 12th and May 27th, is that we are looking for a treasurer for the coming 2 years, to start a 2-year term when Stephen Larrett's term ends in June. If you're interested, or have the skills, or are, in fact, if you're the kind of person who might want to come to a Zoom about the budget on May 27th, you're probably the kind of person who we want to talk to about possibly becoming involved in a deeper way as a treasurer. So come talk to me, to Stephen, or to any of the other members of the parish committee, and we look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
Wait till I show it. He's trying to kill my act here. I gotta tell him about the money. The last but least, I gotta keep it down to 5 seconds. The last week I was gonna tell everybody what we raised this year in the pledge drive, and I kept thinking that 5 years I've been doing it, we've never achieved the goal of getting to that number. So I reached out to everybody here and I said, anybody here could help us get to that last $700, would you mind raising your hands? And the good news, I went down to the pledge table and 10 of us came aboard and donated. So we have achieved the goal the first time in 5 years and probably longer. So, and here it is. $170,000 and 387. Thank you all very much, and it took your spirit in that final push, and I was very impressed by that. And thank you very much.
Please join us for conversation and refreshments downstairs.